Good evening and welcome to the news at 8. I am Tariro Manamike with Memory Quintlovu at our Montrose studios.
Indeed, it is a beautiful evening and a warm welcome. I'm Liam Bernard with Noble Maungwa interpreting the bulletin for us in sign language. These are our leading stories tonight. In the headlines tonight, government is set to set up 8 wind energy plants across the country.
And in business, Zimbabwe records a massive drop in inflation for December this year.
Much later in sports news, Zimbabwe football legends showcase yesteryear skills at Gwanzura Stadium. That and more to come in sports news. But we start off with our first report, where all is set for the National Prayer and Thanksgiving service, which is scheduled for this Sunday at the Zimbabwe International Trade Fair. The grounds are in Bulawayo. That report.
Preparations are in full swing at the Zimbabwe International Trade Fair grounds, where thousands of Zimbabweans are expected to gather for the National Prayer and Deliverance Service this Sunday.
The 8th edition of the National Thanksgiving and Dedication Service, a service at which we will dedicate our nation of Zimbabwe to the Lord for the coming year and ask for His help in every department and sphere of our nation. So it's also a celebratory as well as a solemn occasion to actually give thanks and bring petition to the Lord.
Apostle Andrew Wutaunashe further underscored the Church's critical role in promoting national unity, development and patriotism.
This celebration, in principle, it underscores the importance of the Church in nation building. If you look carefully at nation building in the Word of God, you will discover that the kings always did well if they were supported by the prophets. Our nation, Zimbabwe, is in need of the silencing of demoralizing voices, which are failing to recognize the progress God has given us since the coming of the new dispensation, the Second Republic. So the role of the Church must be to inspire people, to encourage people, to also silence and drown voices of false discouragement. And so this is also a platform where we want the true picture of what is going on in our nation to be brought forward by a voice that has integrity, which is the voice of the Church.
The 8th edition of the National Prayer and Deliverance Service, which will be attended by President Emmerson Mnangagwa, also serves as a celebration of the developmental strides that have been undertaken under the Second Republic in a bid to promote and encourage national pride and unity. Grace Zibanda, ZBC News, Bulawayo.
The government is looking at investing in wind energy generation, with 8 sites already under assessment, whilst the procurement of the materials is slated for the first quarter of next year.
The ramping up of power generation has remained a priority for government as a number of projects are being rolled out to ensure the country becomes a powerhouse for the SADC region. Despite efforts by the private sector, government is eyeing the setting up of wind energy plants across the country, with 8 sites under consideration for the projects.
We are also reviewing our national energy policy of 2012, where we are doing stakeholder consultations, and that policy is available on the various media, and we will be circulating it so that people can put in their inputs in terms of what they want to see as additional issues in the policy. But within that policy, we are looking at different forms of energy which we are going to use. We are not going to just rely on solar PV as a source of energy. We are also going to use solar thermal, where we are using and encouraging homes to move from electric geysers to solar geysers, which are much cheaper to maintain and manage because of the reduction of costs and also reduction of consumption in the homes.
Dr. Magombo also emphasized that the energy policy of 2012 is under review to accommodate views from other stakeholders while aligning the new framework to changing trends.
We are also looking at wind. At the moment, we are doing wind assessments on 8 sites where we want to bring out these projects for procurement in the next year once the wind assessments are done. Wind assessments are done at a level of 80 meters above ground, and we do measurements for almost 2 years before we can confirm if we have sufficient resource in that area. So we have a project which we are doing with African Development Bank where we are doing the wind assessments.
Zimbabwe has lined up several energy projects whose impact will be witnessed mid-next year, with independent power producers expected to play a crucial role towards energy self-sufficiency. Bruce Chawanda, ZBC News, Harare.
Now, over 1.3 million hectares have been planted, with prospects of good rains high for the country to achieve the food security this season.
The first half of this summer season was characterized by sporadic rains which were recorded in various parts of the country. Projections for the good rains remain high as weather experts predict increased rain going forward. The latest 2024-25 crop assessment by government points to a positive outlook of both the planted crop and rainfall patterns going forward.
In most areas, there have been some rains, and we are going to see, starting this Saturday, increased rainfall activity across the country. That should help, particularly that crop which is already establishing, and the crop that is already germinated. That should really be helped by these rains. In terms of planting for our major crop, maize, the last count, which was the week before Christmas, we were hovering around 1.3 million hectares.
At Makina A2 farm in Beatrice, a thriving maize crop on a 100-hectare piece of land is now above knee height.
Pano takarima chibage chinokwana ita 100 hectares ndo dzatinadzo. I think igore ranga rakaraidza kunge rakati omei, asi pari zvino iko zvino zvaiwa zvirimwa zvedu zviri kuratidza kufara stereki, and tikuratidza kuti panapa tichange tiito negoho rakakura chose.
With weather experts focusing good rains, farmers who are yet to plant have been advised to go for short season varieties and traditional grains.
Very, very short season maize varieties, the ones that we call climate smart, farmers can still plant those. But the increased rainfall activity will be with us starting now through February. Makuti, Emuna February, Aya, they will be there. The good thing is that there will not be a mid-season drought, which normally hits us in January. So we'll see increased rainfall into January, which will be good for crops.
A SNAP survey conducted by the ZBC News showed that the bulk of the Pfumvudza Intwasa maize crop has recovered from moisture stress, while some farmers are continuing with their planting.
Takaita mabloku Pfumvudza 8 ipapa ndokumva chamera zvacho zvakanaka, saka tazoona papaya mvura yaita shoma. Toita sei kwakuchitanga kuisa overhead, todiridza tichitochinja tichibatsirana nevakomana kusvikira chasimuka zvachaita izvozvo.
Kubva patakadyara kusvika nhasi, zuva rakambopisa zvakapfurikidza zvokuti chimwe chibage takatodyara rudza. Pari zvino chibage chedu chakuendeka nekuti mvura yanaya takutotarisira kukohwa.
Tokudyara mashort season, mvura yakauya yakatibatsira chibage chedu chimwe changa chakukanganisika nekuda kwezuva chamuka, saka patukuendera mberi nekudyara.
With the skies now promising some good rains, scouting of pests, application of fertilizers and herbicides are some of the key farming activities that farmers must embark on. Tendai Munengwa, ZBC News in Beatrice.
Still in agriculture, the sustained wet spell being experienced in Matabeleland South Province has renewed hope in communities which are now looking forward to a better cropping season.
The sight of ducks battling the water as they swim and cricket sounds all over the banks of Masholomoshe Dam in Gwanda North spells the dawn of a new season. This is the dam that only 2 weeks ago was completely dry due to the El Nino-induced drought last year. What is important about the sudden filling up of the dam is that last year government and its development partner UNDP spent $600,000 revitalizing Mashalomosha irrigation scheme, but failed to plant anything because the dam was dry. Now with the dam spilling, farmers have started preparing to plant with hopes that the center pivots will for this time 10.
Manje irrigation yona sesiwesa ukujabula ngoba lichithe over ka1 usayikloni lo kade bemuthi ufikile lapha kithi one day sasela silamanzi adlula esiyaswabona manengi over amanzi esiwatholile
bekumele silime kodwa ngenxa yokuthi izulu belokho lisina ngeke siyelima bokungangeneki
idamu selihle lagcwala siyalima le irrigation la ngapha emasimini siyalima
okwalast year ndoda kwabazima loka ngoba siyovela sivele sasisekufeni phela loka njengobona ngathi sakunje asisela nkomo izibazivaliwe.
The 38-hectare irrigation scheme, which had become barren due to the El Nino-induced drought experienced in the 2023-2024 season, was revived under the Green Climate Fund.
Ngendlela idamu eligcwele ngayo ngibona ngani kakusoze kusebenza ukuthi simelele uFebruary ukuthi uFebruary khona esizafaka isugar beans sitengcono kuhle kufaka umumbu khona ngale. Meanwhile silindele laba contractor lana abayibo basipakela ama pivots ukuthi babuye bazosifundisa ngapha ngale ku ade state yafaka khona ibeans so kufanele sifake umumbu abantu bathola into yokudla bathola ukuthi sebelokunye kuyesiphaleni so abantu ngikhuluma so sebelungiselela ukuthi babuya ngale baqale ukulima.
Matebeleland South Province has received significant rain since last week, with Makwe, Mashalomosha and other small dams getting significant infill. The rains have also made weeding and lead planting easier for conventional farmers. Providence Maranelli, ZBC News, Gwanda.
A weather-based dairy farmer has become a shining example in women empowerment in agriculture with a thriving dairy project. The details.
The project, which is one of the biggest in Wedza, run by a woman, Mrs. Sheila Mugabe, is a testimony of the Second Republic's commitment to empowering women through sustainable agricultural production.
I'm a beneficiary of the land reform, and I have started a small-scale dairy, and I'm looking forward to the further support from government as a woman through loans and other facilities such as irrigation schemes, center pivots. I'm in the process of acquiring a new tractor through the Belarus schemes.
Tudakupinda ma projects anosanganisira piggery, road runners yatataura goti scheme, dairy yo iri pano iri kuonekwa inofanira kuspreada, cattle fattening inofanira kunge ichikura. Zvese nekuti tigozokwanisa kuita value addition kusvika kumasoseji emabroiler chaiwo achinda local and export.
Nicaragua ambassador to Zimbabwe, Her Excellency Nadeska Cuthbert, was charmed with the project.
The farm we're visiting today is a shining example of what women can achieve. Its success is a testament to the inequity and hard work of its owner, who inspire others to believe in the power of woman-led agribusiness.
The farmer is currently milking 14 cattle from a herd of 47. Gerald Sasa, ZBC News, Wedza.
Rural youths continue to benefit from empowerment programs implemented by the government, with those from Denge area in Chivi being the latest to benefit from the agricultural activities. We get more details in the upcoming report.
Of Denge Village Business Unit in Chivi North Swad 9 has brought relief for the community, including youths in the area who are looking forward to focus on horticulture, fisheries and poultry projects. The business unit, which is almost complete, is expected to start running next month.
muchirongwa chemadiridziro ichi chinenge chasarawo tigotengesa tigovanawo kubatsirika zvinhu zvakasiyana siyana vana vanoenda kuchikoro vachaonawo mari dzemaschool fees.
Pakutenda nebhora takapiwa nechidza chatakapiwa tibetsereke pakufuwa mombe dzedu, pakuchengetedza mombe dzedu, nokuti mombe dzedu dzadzine nzara mukati medunhu redu muno muward 9, asi tinofara zvikuru nekuda kwechigayo chatapiwa chokugaya chikafu chedu chemombe dzedu kuti mombe dzedu dzirarame.
Dambudziko rakakura zvingamwe mvura yanga isingaonekwa kusina mvura. Mombe dzachifa nezhara dzichifa nenyota. Saka izvo tikarima makarima umu mukakowewa. Chikafu chinobuda majanga acharashi maguru acharashi otongogara chikafu chengombe dzodo.
Speaking after touring the project and handing over a stock feed thresher to Wood 9 Farmer Field School, Chivi District Development Coordinator Mr. Innocent Matingwina concurred with the area legislator Honorable Godfrey Mukungunugwa that communities, including youths, must take advantage of empowerment programs by government for improved livelihoods.
nevakatumwa kuzoita development iyoyo. Isusu sevanhu ngatichitawo chijana chedu kuitira kuti udire yedu iende mberi.
Tatotenda vamunanga kamvura takaiwana takakwanisa kuvandudza mafish pond paide chikoro chemayouth chekudzidzira kuchengeta hove infrastructure yemafish pond yacho yakawanda.
The stock feed thresher is among 10 others to be distributed in Chivi by government in partnership with Food and Agriculture Organization as part of efforts to boost livestock production. Government has been establishing village business units across the country to empower rural communities. Ms. Martina, ZBC News, Chivi.
Miombo woodlands in Ward 1 of Chikomba district are under threat from charcoal and firewood vendors, hence threatening the area's biodiversity.
From the Ministry of Environment, Climate and Wildlife, which was in Chikomba district for a biodiversity consultative meeting, came face to face with a massive deforestation of the Miombo woodlands when they bumped into a charcoal making kiln behind the venue of the meeting.
Miombo woodland has a lot of species that it protects from wildlife, from animals to birds to all kinds of living organisms. So now if they cut these trees, it means all those are disturbed and the ecosystem is disturbed.
We will continue to engage forestry and the council so that we have more trees being planted and also maintaining the wells, the rivers that we have here.
Villagers who attended the consultative meeting are equally disturbed by the massive deforestation in their area, calling for urgent action.
Office EMA, ne office ye forestry, vanofana kuti vabatane. Munhu akauya kuzokumbira kuti ndiri kuda kugumura minda yangu aume hectare, mahectare akati. Then EMA yauya yopima yomupa kuti chitema.
Mukafamba maplaza anaya maploti aya amushaiwi almost 35% mune mahipi marashi anototorwa futi usiku nemota dzinonga dzichibva.
Government is currently on a nationwide consultative process to revise national biodiversity strategies and action plans. Gerald Sasa, BC News, Chikomba.
Now, for all the latest news happening in Zimbabwe, be sure to log on to our website. That's www.zbc.co.zw. You can also like us on our Facebook channel. That is at ZBC News Online. In fact, we're currently streaming right now. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel at ZBC News Online.
Indeed, Tario, these are stories ahead to come in this bulletin. In business news, Zimbabwe records a massive drop in inflation for December this year. And in sports news, Zimbabwe football legends showcase yesterday's skills at Gwanzura Stadium. These are our stories to come. Do stay with us. We're off to a break.
Uchichaka kwekuyenda nekamari kekuspenga Zimbabwe, 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 travel Zimbabwe.
Zimbabwe nyika ine
a group of 80 people from Kenya and we came to see the Victoria Falls in Zimbabwe. So beautiful and magical, I can't even believe it. It's my first time here.
It's been a great experience. I came to Vic Falls. It is beautiful, stunning, amazing.
I honestly don't even need a shower. I just need to go stand under the falls. It's amazing, it's beautiful, and yeah, I'm having a great time.
Bedwe mvura iriko, falls azere, the curtain is there 100%. Don't be fooled nevanhu vari kutaura muWhatsApp kuti Victoria Falls haina mvura. Guys, Victoria Falls is a natural thing. Hakuna anoimisira pasi kana dai mukataura zviri negative. Victoria Falls is forever.
We're here at the Vic Falls on the Zimbabwean side, and we're at this cafe called The Lookout, and guys, you need to see it for yourself. It's amazing. Well, show them the view. The camera doesn't do this place justice, so I urge you guys to come here and see it for yourself. The views are amazing, the food is good, the drinks are refreshing, so yeah, you should definitely visit.
Travel and experience Zimbabwe this festive season.
If you drink, be responsible.
The Traffic Safety Council of Zimbabwe would like to advise motorists to avoid traveling at night because of the dangers that come with the territory, from drunk drivers to robbers waiting on unsuspecting motorists at strategic places. Motorists are also advised to remember to dip their lights when passing oncoming traffic. Please ensure your tail lights are working and avoid getting hit from behind by other vehicles on the road. Remember, life is precious, so exercise caution when driving at night. The Traffic Safety Council of Zimbabwe, keeping Zimbabwe's roads safe.
Win instant prizes for swiping at any NBS merchant partners. Be the lucky winner of the promotion and win instant cash prizes for transacting with NBS dual currency debit card anywhere and in any shop. It is Transact Uzowona, your special early Christmas gift.
The Zimbabwe Broadcasting Corporation is seeking a commercially astute and visionary chief executive officer with the highest level of integrity to lead the organization into the next phase of transformation. The ideal candidate should have a proven track record of business transformation, high business acumen, a strong digital aptitude, and the ability to identify and mitigate risks.
Success in this role hinges on a strong foundation in effective corporate governance, a deep understanding of business strategy, innovation, digital transformation, and customer centricity.
Closing date for applications is 3 January 2025. For more details, visit our website www.zbc.co.zw.
Welcome back and thank you for staying with us. You are still watching the news at 8. Now, 47 cases of murder have been recorded across the country between December the 20th and the 26th of this year. We find out more about these cases in the next report.
Disturbing statistics were confirmed by Zimbabwe Republic Police National Spokesperson Commissioner Paul Nyati in a statement released on Friday evening. According to Commissioner Nyati, most murder cases resulted from disputes at social gatherings during Christmas celebrations, often triggered by excessive beer drinking. Additionally, attacks by unknown suspects, particularly on individuals walking alone at night, contributed to the high number of murders. The ZRP also attributed the rise in murder cases to conflicts over love relationships. Among the disturbing cases is one of Master Dichauke, aged 22, who is now facing a murder charge for allegedly killing Austin Mangaru, 29, on Christmas Day with a stone during a beer-fueled dispute in Mwenezi. Lenmo Mudzengi, aged 36, of Shirugwi, is also in trouble over allegations of stabbing his brother Sidney Mudzengi, 21, to death following a misunderstanding at Msave's business center in Shirugwi. It is alleged the conflict arose over a missing pool token. In Harare, Nihipalaka Muyaya, aged 22, allegedly assaulted his 70-year-old grandmother to death for not giving him a Christmas present in Kwazana 7, Harare. With these and other murder cases, the ZRP is urging the public to resolve disputes peacefully, emphasizing the importance of respecting human life. Commissioner Nyati is also calling upon community leaders, traditional authorities and the church to promote non-violent conflict resolution initiatives. Peter Chivima, ZBC News, Harare.
We must definitely take it easy and not take the law into our own hands. And on that note, we now cross over to our Montrose studios where Memory Nkwendlovu is on standby. Good evening, Memory.
Thank you so much to you, Tariro. Good evening to you and a good evening to Leanne. We move on with the bulletin from Montrose. As Zishavane farmer from Mapirimira area is charting a new path towards food self-sufficiency through harnessing conservation and resilient agriculture in the wake of climate change. Courage Bouge has the details.
As the globe reels from climate change shocks manifesting through high temperatures, erratic rainfall, droughts and flooding, Ezwishavane farmer Mr. Claudius Chidume is riding on a wave of success after embracing the climate change resilient agriculture concept. With low rainfall patterns in the area, the seasoned farmer is expecting a bumper harvest of between 7 and 9 tons per hectare through the use of the Pfumvudza concept.
Kana waitanga haidi kuti womboita usimbe kana kuti woita shamwari yokumaraini. Shamwari yako yava digauli yava basa redigauli nomurimisi wako anofanira kupota uchiti kana achide usingadi uya unodopopota kuti auye kuti shamwari uyavone tigadzirize obuya tonyasa kugadziriza kuti zvinhu zvibude zvakadini zvakanaka. Ndo saka muchiona mbeu idzi dzakadai.
Zvishavane Ward 5 Agri-Tax Officer Mr. Tapiwa Kwami highlighted the significance of resilient building in the wake of climate change.
Tuti isusu sevarimisi varimi hatitene tese tiende kuma-small grains. Ma-small grains ukatarisa uswa ukangotumbuka padwa nechikafu ndo zvakafanana ne-small grain. Small grain rikangobuda muchekechera ndo chikafu chacho. Saka hatifoiri tarima ma-small grains.
The government's Pfumvudza Intwasa program has become a practical tool to ensure food security across the country. Karajushes, ZBC News, Zvishavane.
The Cheswingo Safe Market, established in Maswingo a few months ago, is providing a secure and comfortable environment for women to sell their wares.
The marketplace, launched this year, is a collaborative effort between government and the International Labour Organization to promote women economic empowerment and decent work. According to vendors, the marketplace has been a game changer, providing them with a safe and secure place to conduct their businesses.
Ndaimbotengesa kunze zvazvakaoma nokuti taidzingirwa nekanzuro almost every day titoregwa order tozozotevera ini vaizondinzwisisa zvangu semunhu ari pauchi vongondidzosera order yangu asi vazhinji vaibhadhira ma$20. Saka kanzuro payakazoti mastand emusika achavapo ndakabva ndanoisa application ndobva vazondifonera vakati mawana musika chindai munobhadhara. Saka from there zvakabva zvatondiitira smooth, zvakandinakira.
Musika wakatinakira chaizvo nemhaka yekuti kana uri mukunzo ukokoko unomhanyiswa nemapurisa sekuti last time ndakaita Monday kusvika musi Wednesday ndiri mutauni zvipinda umusitreet uchitega ndimbotsvaga kunenge kuri nani asi ndikuona kuti mushedhi mune advantage yekuti hamumhanyiswe mune makanaka plus munenge makakafika zvakanaka munaiwo nemvura panzvimbo inenge ichitonhorera zvakanaka.
Zvinhu zvokuti wakauya wakatengesa unokwanisa kuendesa vana vako kuchikoro.
Toshanda zvakanaka. Tine mapurisa padhuze, takaisirwa kreshi, saka zvinotaura kuti isusu tikauya nevana vedu toendesa vana kukreshi zvichitikatirawo makosti ekuti hatichazoiti mamaids mumba. Wozokaita maid you need about $80 but pakreshi tobhadhira ma$30. Kana tikasangana nemhirizhonga muno tobva tatongomanyawo pamapurisa edu ari apapo. Saka ndo zvakanakira nzvimbo yedu kuti tinenge tiri safe.
Masvingo City Council Assistant Area Superintendent Justice Ganganetso noted that the marketplace has reduced the number of illegal vendors operating outside and has benefited the local community.
Beneficiaries sure masenzero aita panze angasina kumira zvakanaka because Masvingo City Council musha wakachena musha wakanaka wamunoziva imimi saka the moment we have got illegal vendors kunzoko panoita tsvina yakawanda but iye zvino uye zvine influx yema vendors angawa panzapo iye zvino anenge ati reducekei nekuti vava kutengeserawo mawezi avo pakadini pakanaka uye zvimawezi avo achatsve nezuva anenge akachengetedzeka zvakanaka.
The Cheshingo Surf Marketplace serves as a one-stop center offering a range of amenities including a flea market, creche and GBV center catering for the needs of vendors and their families. The marketplace has 80 beneficiaries, predominantly women, and has set aside 2 bays specifically for persons with disabilities, demonstrating government and its partners' commitment to empowering women and the vulnerable. Abigail Tembo, ZBC News, Masvingo.
A state funeral has been held in New Delhi in honor of India's longest-serving Prime Minister Manmohan Singh, who died on Thursday. Singh led the country from 2004 to 2014 and was considered the architect of India's economic liberalization. Prime Minister Narendra Modi attended the state funeral this Saturday and described the late Singh as one of the country's most distinguished leaders. Mourners turned out across the capital to pay their last respects as Singh's coffin, flanked by an honor guard, was taken through the city to the cremation grounds. Singh received full state honors in a ceremony that included a 21-gun salute. Following his death on Thursday night, government declared 7 days of national mourning. News at 8 takes a short break. Thereafter, Pocket Hill will finish off with the rest of the bulletin. Good evening.
Hey Mom, got festive blues? Switch on December. Switch on Premium on us. Switch on your decoder. More than 35 channels, all open on us. Reconnect or stay connected today.
If you drink, be responsible.
Get your business ready for the festive season with ZBC. Join us for the ZBC Mega Festive Business Promotion running from the 1st of November of 2024 all the way to January 31 of 2025. Enjoy an incredible cash discount of over 50% across all ZBC platforms. This is your opportunity to make your business shine. So celebrate with ZBC and watch your business thrive by simply booking your spot right now. For more information, call Tandeka on 0719 594 426 or Martha on 0719 593 532 or Precious on 0719 593 510 or email tandeka.mubi@zbc.co.zw. Terms and conditions apply.
2018 kubuyile be-EU bayikhomane ne-SAT nga-Sustainable Agricultural Technology vanhu valava vayidonisile make World Conflicts mkundeliwa hiti homu hiti mhisi na tinghala ya swi vula ku ya hikwalaho vayidonisile mahlayiselo hiti homu ta hina ku hi fane aka swivala swi nga tiya leswi swi veka hoti ma-electric fence ta swi vula hi kumile ma-opportunities ko tala ekukota kuseva tihomu ta hina kumbe ku endla start ma-own programs ta hina ma-own project a hina ku fana ni buchari ya ha ri kwalaho ni khensa ngopfu hi mhaka ku village ya hina yemihlanguleni so far ya tiva ku a hi fanele ku hlupheka hina tihomu kasi loko hi ne nhluvuko ndhawini ya hina we are empowered.
Whether you run a hotel, lodge, or guest house, keep your guests entertained and coming back for more with DSTV for Business. Our DSTV stay package options match your needs and budget. Make your visitor stay unforgettable with the best channels for sport, blockbuster movies and series, kids inspiration, lifestyle, documentaries, news, and more. Contact us today and let your guests experience your business at its best with DSTV for Business.
The Zimbabwe Broadcasting Corporation is seeking a commercially astute and results-oriented commercial services director to lead the commercial operations of the Zimbabwe Broadcasting Corporation, ZBC. The ideal candidate should have strong financial acumen, proven experience in driving revenue growth, and a deep understanding of the broadcasting industry's commercial landscape. Closing date for applications is 3 January 2025. For more details, visit our website www.zbc.co.zw.
Welcome back and thank you for staying with us. We continue with the news at 8 from our Pocket Hill studios. Now in business news, Zimbabwe's economic stabilization agenda is on track after a huge decline in month-on-month inflation this December.
Data from the Zimbabwe National Statistics Agency ZIMSTAT indicates a massive drop in inflation for December this year. The Zimbabwe Gold Ziga Consumer Price Index CPI month-on-month inflation rate was at 3.7% in December from 11.7% in November this year. The trend means that prices increased by an average of 3.7% between the 2 months under review. The data also shows that prices of goods and services in the United States dollars also remained stable. Confederation of Zimbabwe Retailers President Dr. Denford Mutashu and an economist Dr. Zek Murerwa say the slowdown in price increases is as a result of the central bank and fiscal authority interventions.
A decline in inflation is attributable to a number of measures that government instituted, starting with the devaluation of the local currency by an average of 43%, and also the tight monetary stance that the monetary authorities have maintained, and the measures that were also put in place by the fiscal authorities. We are of course, in the midst of price stability. Remember, this is the second or third year running during festive period that prices have stabilized.
What this means is that the interventions made by RBZ, made by central government, in terms of controlling money supply, has had an impact even on prices. So you might have seen that during this festive season, there has been a relative stability, particularly in the exchange rate. And the exchange rate will also influence the prices. And the prices has actually enabled the average consumer to do a number of purchases, things that you've seen on the ground during the festive season. So we expect these interventions to continue. Interventions by RBZ in terms of money supply and consolidation of the gains that have been made in the last 2-3 months of the year by way of a robust monetary policy in 2025.
Government has set an annual inflation target below 3% by 2025, and Treasury has pledged to continue ensuring that both fiscal and monetary policies are tight by adjusting the policy rate, reserve requirements and savings, including the deposit rates, in line with market conditions. Stanley James, ZBC News, Harare.
Stanley James there putting the cap in business news. We dive straight into the arts, where 2024 music lovers were spoiled for choice, with musicians churning out hits throughout the year. Now in this story, we cast the spotlight on some of the hit songs that dominated charts this year. Let's take a listen.
Survival of the fittest affair in the music charts throughout the year, with Sungura music being among the top hits of 2024. As the year commenced, Gidza Boy topped the Radio Zimbabwe chart with his song Need You, which took pole position for several weeks. Other contending hits in the first quarter of the year include Mkoma Panga's Wafa Wanaka and Peter Moyo's Ndiwo Kupisa. As the year progressed, Sungura musician Romeo Gasa took over the reins with his song Huchi, which was later relegated by another Sungura masterpiece, Amana Mazuwa, by Binga artist DT Bayo Mudimba. Other songs that stood out at the same time include K-Chap's Simadiro and Atlala Soki's Shoko Kuope. Killer T's hit Kananda Alec Macheso, Mark Ngwazi and Simon Mutambi logged the horns in the last quarter, taking turns to claim the top spot. Alec Macheso's Richada Hama and Mark Ngwazi's Timwawondo were threatened to the Sungura Song of the Year by Simon Mutambi's Chembere Yako, which consistently got the top spot. With all these songs taking turns to be hits of the moment, it is now left for the collation process to decide which was Radio Zimbabwe chart hit based on people's votes. Patience Nyagato, SABC News, Harare.
From the radio hits straight to the movies, where the 2024 local film circuit capped off in style at the premiere of locally produced feature film Black on Black in Harare this Friday.
Central drugs turning young people into zombies. Public and socio-economic and national security challenge.
Don't care about.
A local film, Black on Black, is an action-packed story that looks at the scourge of drug abuse in Zimbabwe. Directed by Jonathan Samkange, the star-studded cast comprises of established and upcoming actors.
I was playing the lead character, so I had quite a bit of roles, quite a bit of lines, and everything. I had to push a bit hard, but it was amazing.
When I went through the script, I realized that they were addressing an issue that affected everyone in Zimbabwe, but none. Because it was an issue to do with drug addiction and the drug problem that we have in the country.
Inini inguva yangu yekutanga kuti nditoitawo zvekupinda zvemafilms. Saka I'm so ndakafara sterek zvisingaiti.
Relating also to other characters in the movie, that was beautiful. And the team, oh, lovely team, especially the director.
The multi-award-winning director is ecstatic about his 2024 body of work.
This has been my biggest year of making films: Taxi, Fat Bastard, Urban Pulse, and now Black on Black. I've never made this many movies, high-quality movies, in a year, so I'm so excited.
After production of several local films this year, there are prospects of continued growth of the sector come 2025. Farai Gwaze, ZBC News, Harare.
Impressive indeed. We're off to a break. We come back with sport after this. Don't go away.
Guys, down ndashika ku growth point nekule wangu. Pa growth point pari hectic ya pane joy panapa. Mombe chichifambiswa. Pane preacher. Guys, danamitirwa. Pane jinjese, pane DJ, and then I did my borodo child. The rakiza kuti tinotamba panapa.
Zukuru. Kana uchige unenyota huya kamduze kamclose. Atiri kuti kuniva tiri kune Christmas paruzeva mwana wamzara panododzo. Pano papane joy yeseraila.
Hey guys, mukushona kuti ndashika manje kumusha. Guys, mom day. Mukushona mom day. DJ Manyama. Hey cho, guys, kumusha kuri kufire. We're having fun, guys. Uyai kumusha, uyai. But guys, I need to find my sekuru. Yes, guys. Duan. Mangura.
Zukura Mangura.
Hey, ewe.
Masuksa zikuru akumbuno, watanga kupeka muno nese. Ndinga watengera. Effect ndo watengera ndita kwasira. Pana bayo, chubata musuluka. Tamba ro shot. Shot. Iwe. Ndo fanya ndo kufana ndasa ini sekuru wako jojo.
Mzukuru. Bayoga. Maronyepa. Nyaye masukse ya pinda papi papa.
Utakati ndio kumtinga masuku. Ndikutindira nyaya. Izi chitame imejo.
Ayo ndichazo kudetsa ndika. Ayo, zukuru wakamilwa nawo. Ayo wakamilwa nawo.
Nene. Mangura wazezontora. Mangura. Chiri puru kwa rempe.
Wana baka.
Sekuru. Let me show you some of the games under Jaira. Those are your games.
Oh. Hey. Sayangu, joy after joy.
Joy after joy.
To our cherished viewers, this is an official invitation to the biggest festive celebration.
Let's go!
From the 13th of December to the 6th of January.
It's astonishing!
Accept the invitation when you press play on endless entertainment at home or wherever you are. With DSTV Stream at no extra cost. T's and C's apply. Because this festive, everyone's invited. DSTV, your home of entertainment.
An incredible cash discount of over 50% across all ZBC platforms. This is your opportunity to make your business shine. So celebrate with ZBC and watch your business thrive by simply booking your spot right now. For more information, call Tandeka on 0719 594 426 or Martha on 0719 593 532 or Precious on 0719 593 510 or email tandeka.mubi@zbc.co.zw. Terms and conditions apply.
Welcome back. We dive into our leading story in sport, where local football legends converged at Kwanzura Stadium in the capital today for a tournament that served to also inspire the young players.
As it comes way through the interplay comes and of course Chimungu Juba, if I remember, they were also came from a country.
The event was a nostalgic trip back in time, reminiscent of the good old days when household teams like Caps United, Dynamos, Black Aces and Black Rhinos clashed for many years at the football stadium. The tournament was designed to give the youngsters a glimpse of the past, showcasing the skills and passion of the legends who paved the way for the growth of Zimbabwean football. The likes of Tatenda Sharara, Maronga Nyangela, Ephraim Azarura, Robson Masalso, Brito Gwere, Moses Chunga, Lloyd Chitembwe, Lloyd Mtasa, Alois Bunjira, Stanford Sticks Mtizwa, and Mike Temwanjira were all there to inspire the next generation of Zimbabwean footballers.
We played together some years back. You know, some of us, we are now over 50s, but it's a good thing that we come up together and regroup as Rhinos as Dynamos, as Caps, as Black Aces.
The significance of this tournament is to revive the interest in the public domain of the soccer in Zimbabwe. If the old folk get to see their old players, their old stars and all that, it will revive the interest that people have in soccer. And in the process, it will definitely bring a lot of interest and a lot of enthusiasm about football.
The event also provided a platform for the young players to interact with their role models, learn from their experience and draw inspiration from their stories.
I think if we continue doing this, we are not saying only one person should do it. There are other people that should also come in and help the old players so that they continue thinking about the past.
Kureviva bhora sezvo muri umu takatamba bhora kwenguva yakareba toda kuti titi bhora redu vana vakamboti pane vamwe vasina kuziva kuti takatamba bhora vamwe toda kureviva game yefootball kuti tidzokere zvanga zviri kudhara pabhora ndo purpose yataitira tournament kuti tisangane maold vachiri vapenyu nechizivana.
As the legends took to the pitch, it was clear that they still had the spark that made them household names during their playing days. The significance of the tournament lies in its ability to bridge the gap between generations, fostering a sense of continuity and shared passion for the beautiful game.
We just wanted to show the young kids that before anything else, we've got legends that have represented, and they are still here. So we can have some time to enjoy, see what yesteryear was before we get into what is here now.
As the legends and youngsters mingled, it was clear that the event had achieved its objective to inspire, motivate, and nurture the next generation of Zimbabwean footballers. Anna Shemrombedzi, ZBC News, Harare.
Former football referee and CAF referees instructor Sabelo Maposa, who is vying for the ZIFA board member position, is relishing to contribute her more than 2 decades of football experience if given a chance to serve on the ZIFA board. Mthokozisi Dube gives us more.
As the clock ticks towards the much-awaited Zimbabwe Football Association elections meant to usher in a new leadership in the administration of football, aspiring ZIFA board member and former referee Sabelo Maposa believes she has what it takes to contribute to the growth of Zimbabwean football, having been in the officiating trenches for more than 20 years.
I am contesting in the forthcoming elections as a board member. I'm doing so because I think I have contributed a lot in football. In terms of, I started football in 1986, and I've been on the other side. That is mostly refereeing. So now I want to, to put more in football, put my knowledge that I've gained over the years in the administration of football.
Zimbabwean referees have been missing in action for international assignments, something that Maposa believes should be corrected.
That is a problem. We cannot, we can't put it in any other way. Refereeing has been an eyesore, especially in our country. It has been an eyesore, I think mainly because there has been a lot of people who are coming into football without the love of football. So as a result, those people are now infiltrating football and using money to corrupt the system, and to in the process they corrupt the referees. So I would say for any football to function properly in a country, you need a strong refereeing base.
6 slots will be filled by 6 elected ZIFA board members. Mthokozisi Dube, ZBC News, Bulawayo.
Now to boxing, where Puerto Rican boxer Paul Bamba has died. He was 35. In a statement announcing the death, Bamba's manager Neo, who signed the boxer to his management company in November this year, said Bamba's light and love touched the lives of many. Neo also described the late boxer as a fierce yet confident competitor with an unrelenting ambition to achieve greatness. Bamba won the WBA Gold Cruiserweight title by defeating Mexican Rogelio Medina on 21 December. Bamba won each of his 14 fights in 2024 by knockout, culminating in his world title win against Medina in New Jersey. Following that win last week, Bamba posted on his Instagram, "This year I set out with a goal. I did just that. Wasn't easy. There were many obstacles that I adapted to overcome and kept on the path we set, regardless of extenuating circumstances." And on that note, we give you the weather report.
Thank you for joining us. It is time for your evening weather report and forecast. My name is Benjamin Kwaramba. Well, rainfall activity in most parts of the country. Chipinge receiving 41 millimeters, Plumtree with 36, Kariba 27, Gwanda with 26. And there are many other areas not captured there, which it falls Alpha less than 20 millimeters. Now turning to the satellite images received this afternoon shows the massive cloud that covered the entire country and giving us the precipitation. Particularly areas are along the central watershed and to the north, where falls of more than 50 are expected in places, especially in the next couple of days. Minimum temperatures expected: Harare 17, Bulawayo 19, Victoria Falls 20, Kariba 24, Gwanda 19, Chirezi 22, and Mutare 19 degrees Celsius. Maximum temperatures: very hot conditions over the Zambezi Valley, 37 for Kariba, Victoria Falls 36, 32 for Chirezi, Harare 28, Bulawayo 31, 33 is expected for Mutare. Bulawayo, expect some scattered afternoon or evening thunderstorms, especially in the coming week. Same for Chinoi, scattered afternoon or evening thunderstorms with your maximum temperatures in the upper 20s. Gwanda, again partly cloudy conditions expected. Gweru, scattered afternoon or evening thunderstorms. Harare, partly cloudy to cloudy conditions with scattered afternoon or evening thunder showers. Kadoma, same again with your maximum temperatures in the upper 20s. Kariba, very hot conditions expected there, but scattered afternoon thunder showers here and there. Lupani, scattered to partly cloud conditions with scattered afternoon or evening thunderstorms. Masvingo, again partly cloudy conditions with scattered afternoon or evening thunderstorms. Matopos, your maximum temperatures in the lower 30s. Nyanga, rainfall activity expected throughout the whole weekday. Same for Victoria Falls, scattered afternoon or evening thunderstorms. Well, Zimbabwe, thank you for watching tonight's edition of the Weather Report and Forecast. Let's make a date again tomorrow at the same time. Good evening, Zimbabwe.
Many thanks to the Met Department there for the way of the weather. Well, that's a wrap on the news at 8 from us here at Pocketsville, as well as a memory from our Montrose studio. It's a wrap. Good night.
Good night.